by our side, man. We all love this game. Let's go right into it. Let's see some of the numbers here for Jonas Valanciunas.
And, guys, his effective field goal percentage is trending in the wrong direction over the past 5 games. Shot discipline hasn't been the best. He'll be looking to play a smarter game tonight.
And the starting lineup for the Timberwolves. They've got Adebayo. Olynyk is out there with Anunoby. Then there's Anthony Edwards. And it's DiVincenzo in at the point. And for Sacramento, DeRozan and Murray slot in at the small and power forward. Levine is out there with Ellis. And it's Sabonis in at the 5, home in the paint.
Here we go.
So Sacramento will get the first possession. Ellis outside. Pass to Murray. Here's DeRozan. What a terrific move that was.
Yeah, tough finish by DeRozan. Made him work for those 2 points.
Murray with the defensive effort. And Zarellis will bring it up for Sacramento. Levine kicks to Ellis. Murray scanning the floor. Shot clock at 6. Good D by Anunoby. Now the Timberwolves with it. A fantastic stretch this group has strung together. 8 wins and counting.
Well, I think they've found something. I like how they're executing. They're playing with a lot of energy. We'll see if they can keep it going.
Now here's Levine. And Murray now top of the key. DeRozan passes to Sabonis. Levine wide open. Knocks down the 3 ball. You communicate so much with NBA GMs. You talk with owners. You talk with personnel people. Knowing what they do, what is an overlooked part of how they operate their day-to-day jobs with these NBA teams?
A few things for me, Kevin. It is the relationships with agents. With other teams, are they trusted? Do they have the trust of others? That is of importance, certainly. And how well connected are they within their own front offices, in their own buildings? But their thirst for information, their ability to use information to strategize, that is something that occurs every single day. Because if you know something is happening with a specific team, that could shape how you want to strategize your team moving forward.
Now here's Levine. He seems to always be finding ways to score, averaging around 23.5 points a game. Here's Murray, 6-point game. And he comes up with the deuce.
And you like Murray as a spot-up shooter. Knows where to park himself and always ready to receive the pass.
The offensive rebound. Here's Edwards. No good. They had a chance to end the run. Levine finds Ellis. DeRozan for 3. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. They traveled to Sacramento last time they faced the Kings and came away with a win.
And that last one came right down to the wire. The difference for me being the impact they got from their bench.
Yeah, depth plays a huge factor in this league. You can't win just with 5 guys.
Shams, with as often as you've interacted with front offices all over the NBA, have you noticed any changes with how franchises operate with both the players and the media and that relationship and where it may be headed?
Everything has to be more specialized now in the organization, but you're seeing true partnerships develop with teams and their players, especially their top players. Teams have to pay more attention now to data, to metrics than ever before. And the relationship between the top players in the organization, that is very, very important. The teams that do a good job of managing relationships, of managing expectations, that is clearly what separates the elite teams with the bottom teams. And certainly players in today's generation are very, very polished when it comes to the media.
Oh, you framed that so well. Now, here's DeRozan. Not too proud of his numbers in that game against the Suns, that's for sure. Adebayo down low. Ellis on him. No one near Edwards as he lets it fly. Another miss by Minnesota. You know, Shams, I don't know how many kids grew up.
I feel like I am one of the fans. That's why I feel like I can relate to the fans. And so that's what inspired me mostly to take this career path that I've taken.
You're so connected. It is a pleasure reading you and hearing you.
Kevin, appreciate you so much. And just know the stories will keep coming.
And it's the Kings with the ball, following the bucket by the Timberwolves. Now, here's DeRozan, defended by Alexander Walker. And it's DeRozan missing.
Yeah, not at his most efficient this quarter. He's got to work on finding high percentage shots.
Shannon passes to Love. Pass to Alexander Walker. McBride with the ball. Now Valanciunas defending.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Here's DeRozan. And that's collected by Love.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he's going to be able to shoot his way out of this one or not.
McBride passes to Alexander Walker. Doesn't get it to drop for him.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Levine can't hit. Timberwolves trail by 10. Here's Shannon. Rebound by DeRozan against Love. Offensive rebound, and the shot is good.
And what a way to start this game, dominating at both ends of the floor.
Obviously, guys, brilliant coaching, a perfect game plan.
And so it's Sacramento, ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. Their defense has been active and effective. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in a second. And looking at what we've seen from Sacramento so far, guys, what do you think?
Stingy on the defensive end in that first quarter.
Close to that, they'll be in a great spot.
Markelle Fultz out there with Monk. Then it's Jones. Then it's Sabonis. And it's LaRavia in at the small forward. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Kings. Hey, Shams, for the past decade that you've been a major player in the NBA, it's been LeBron's league, it's been Curry's league. Who else is going to take over this league, you think, coming up around the corner?
Given the NBA Finals we just had, have to throw in Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, and Luka Doncic into the fold as far as bases of the NBA. But Nikola Jokic is so good. He will be one of the guys for a while. Giannis Antetokounmpo, you have to mention him as well. But ultimately, you have to also keep an eye on Victor Wembanyama, the way that Victor Wembanyama could take over the league. And already, so early, so special. Victor Wembanyama is someone to keep an eye on.
Okay, they just passed a note down to me, or Dan here. What about Anthony Edwards at Minnesota? He's
Booker. You have to consider those two as well. And it's special, the crop of young players that we have coming up in this league. One of them is sure to emerge as this generation's, whether you want to call it Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, LeBron James, there will be a face out of this crop.
And we cannot wait. And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, DA?
Kevin, thanks. Domantas Sabonis set the longest double-double streak in over half a century last season with 61 straight double-doubles. He said it's awesome to be mentioned with the greats. It's my job as a big man to get rebounds.
In so many ways.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
And Shams, I've always wondered, watching you, reading you, when did you first fall in love with the NBA? And when did you decide to cover it?
Really, when I was around 10, 11 years old, I grew up in Chicago.
Levine. Offensive rebound, and the layup's good off the glass.